ready to start.
It being 4:30, I call this July 28, 2020 Financial Management Committee to order. We had a chance to look at the minutes.
One back roll call.
I'm sorry. Okay, we will go roll call. Dr. Causey?
Good afternoon.
Dr. Causey's here. Commissioner Couch? Commissioner Bobby Couch? Commissioner Couch absent. Michael Doris, Commissioner Doris? Commissioner Bubba Doris? Commissioner Doris is absent. Mr. Delvin Hester?
Here.
Right. Commissioner Hogan?
Here.
All right. And I'm Bill Moore, and I am here.
Mayor.
Okay. Mayor Vogel is here. All right. That being said, we do have a quorum, and the meeting will be held. All right. Have we had a chance to look at the minutes?
I'll second.
All right. Motion by Mr. Hester, seconded by Bob Hogan. The minutes be approved. Go with roll call. Dr. Causey?
Yes.
Okay. Commissioner Couch is absent. Commissioner Doris is absent. Mr. Hester?
Yes.
All right. Commissioner Hogan?
Yes.
All right. Mayor Vogel?
Here.
All right. And the chair votes aye. That minutes are approved.
Okay.
All right. Move on into the agenda. Start with this.
Yes, first item on the agenda is gonna be our parking lot sealing and striping for the schools. It was bid number 1438. We'll let our school director tell us what's going on with that bid, please.
Well, we've slept quite a few times since this happened back in April. The board unanimously approved this bid, their April board meeting for Kerr Brothers. Very happy with the work that Kerr Brothers does for us and want to continue using them, and they're the low bid as well. So I recommend approval for Kerr Brothers to receive this bid.
All right. We have the motion. Do we have a second? Second by Mr. Hester. Any discussion?
I got a question.
All right, sir.
This was approved by the board. Here it is, July. What was the problem on getting it to us earlier than this? Just a question.
The problem is gonna be, between myself and Taylor. We're the one that caught that this was not in there and been approved. There've been several bids where they were canceled. I think we ended up canceling the bid on the, technology over here. We ended up rebidding on the, animal control. And we've had some bids that were coming through here on the surplus. And that's why we're gonna end up informing you on the surplus here. Trying to figure out how to get a better thing, Mr. Bob, so this don't happen in the future. That's why we've even got Delvin's state aid bid number on here. Not been having everything like in order on the agenda.
I appreciate you catching that.
Yeah.
All right. Any further questions, discussion?
Question.
All right. Questions being called. Let's see, Mr. Hester?
Yes.
Commissioner Hogan?
Yes.
All right. Dr. Causey?
Yes.
Okay, the chair votes yes. It is unanimous. Four votes, I'm sorry. All right.
The next item would be, the surplus truck for solid waste. That's bid number 1442. I think I see, solid waste director, Ms. Corey Drake Stewart on there. If she can go ahead and tell us what's going on with this bid, Corey, I appreciate it.
Ms. Corey?
I need to try to unmute it.
There we go.
She just did.
It would not mute there. Yeah, we just had one bid come in on that old truck. Was it $200? It's not run now to be towed, so they got one bid. know if we get bored and dunk it out. I don't know what the price of metal is right now, but I suggest we go ahead with the one bid and get rid of it.
We bid it out and it was only one bid for $200.
Okay, all right. Do we have a motion? I'm sorry, go
The
ahead.
sanitation, are they satisfied with, does this has to go in front of them, or does it, for us? Does it go in front of them?
It went in front of them because they had to tell her to put it out.
So they're good with it?
Yeah.
I move for approval.
All right,
I'll second it.
all right, Commissioner. Mr. Hester made the motion. Commissioner Hopkins seconded. Okay. Are we ready to vote?
Question.
All right, question being called. Dr. Causey?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Hester?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Hogan?
Yes.
All right, and chair votes aye. All right.
Good.
4 affirmative.
You have to have.
Mayor,
Mayor?
yes.
I didn't know I even had a
No,
vote on this.
I think it's Mr. Chairman, the mayor is pro tem here.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Ex officio. he
Okay.
doesn't have-
Right, okay, all right. All
How
right.
come he ends up being included as part of our quorum though when I need 4 people?
That I can't tell you, but as a committee, he is not part of the committee, he's ex officio as a voting right. So for us to vote and come up with 3 to 5 to approval, his vote would not count.
But we have 4 votes today.
We have 4
Was that
votes today.
All right.
Sorry, Mayor.
Well,
Yeah.
I've never seen the mayor vote.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Never.
I meant to say something earlier when you turned around and you said, I'm here. Well, it's,
I'm gonna
Bill was
have
just
to
trying to
check.
cover all this.
I'm gonna have to check on that, because then something's maybe changed over the years, because 10 years ago, when I was hired, all of y'all, you remember Delvin? I think Delvin's my only main guy that was here.
Yeah.
It was up to,
Mr. Bradley.
Yeah.
I thought voted before. I ain't gonna say 100%.
yeah, so I'll check into this. The Financial Management Committee might be different, because as the finance director, I answer to this committee. So I do want to clear that up unless things have changed.
I think, based on what the rule says, Robert's Rules of Order, is that he's ex officio. And if he was to turn his position as chairman of the commission over, then he could have a vote. But because of his position as chairman, then he's only ex officio of the other proceedings around, and the committee stands approved at 5 votes. On this committee, I don't know about the other ones, but I believe that's the way the rule states.
For 5 votes.
5 votes total, but the mayor didn't have a vote.
Okay.
He can put in his 2 cents and tell us what to do, just like a few minutes ago, lead us in the right direction, but
He
But-
definitively, yes, he definitively does not have a vote on the budget. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
This one, I'm not sure of, Mr. Bob.
And the mayor presides over the meeting, and he doesn't have a vote except to break a tie.
that's right.
Now, a
Yeah,
county
the
executive
commission.
does not preside over the meeting, but he has the power to veto the county commission.
That's right.
All right, all right.
No vote.
But we would be good with 3
Yeah, no
affirmative
matter
votes
what,
to pass.
we're okay.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
if he
Clarify
could,
that.
if he did have a chance to vote, then his vote had to be counted every time. We'd have a 6-member panel, and we could have a tie in that structure. But I don't think in the other committees.
Isn't there 7 members on here? There's 4 county commissioners.
Public doors.
There's 4 county commissioners,
How many?
school director, highway superintendent, and the mayor.
You, Bobby Doors, Bobby Counts,
And me.
Mr. Moore, me and the school board.
So there's 7,
6,
7.
7.
Counting the mayor.
counting the mayor.
Yeah.
I'll check that out. The auditors are here. I'll check with Tyler tomorrow and I'll let you know. Because I'm not sure if it's
Okay.
changed or.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
So
Appreciate
ex
it
officio
if you,
mayor, no
if you
vote.
would. All right,
Check with the auditor.
all right. Moving on.
Okay. Next item is gonna be where Delvin informs you about bid number 1449. It was a state aid road bid, and, actually this bid goes through the state. We're just doing a thing where we inform y'all, we don't need a vote on it, but we're trying to get to where we're doing the, I skipped number
Number
three.
three,
didn't I?
yes, ma'am.
Skipped number three, sorry. The corrugated metal culvert pipe at 1448, we'll do it first.
Okay, Simpson Culvert, they've been doing it for us for years. When we go down through there and highlight them, they had about 85%, and the road commission voted that Simpson Culvert be our, culvert provider for the next year.
All right.
Okay.
And that's the form of a motion, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right. All right, Dr. Causey with the second. Any discussion? Question, all right. Commissioner Hogan?
Yes.
All right, Dr. Causey?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Hester?
Yes.
All right, and the chair votes yes. 4 votes there. Motion is passed.
And here's next one. Listed this one on here to try to get on track with not missing any numbers.
Okay.
And usually inform you anyway, but I don't think we've put it like on the agenda in the past, but we're gonna start doing
Yeah.
that.
There was a, you want me to speak on it, Ms. Joe?
Yes, please, just
There was
inform.
there's a rock quarry up in Franklin, Kentucky. That was low bid, but we have a mileage clause in our bid. It's actually 5.1 miles from here, 36 miles up there. I mean, they give us a great bid, but by the time we figured the mileage out, their bid was actually $64.25, I think, or $64.50. And a whole lot of time, about 300 more hours of traveling time. So the commission voted for Vulcan to do the fix at $63.
Okay, all right. And this is a state bid, and we do not need to take any action. All right.
Correct.
But we do
We
appreciate
just
you being-
purchased the mix from them, we lay it ourselves.
All right. And we appreciate your transparency.
Yes.
Hey, Bill, do you remember what the waste was up there?
$56 a penny,
56 a penny. Vulcan, how much?
53. And the Louise buys their material from Vulcan. He said about a year ago, something about the Louise had talked about putting a quarry in Rockland County. Had you heard, but there's no talk about it now, I don't think.
Yeah, the last item is where, we had that finding a couple of years ago from American Paper and Twine, where it was a conflict of interest. And unfortunately, American Paper and Twine bid on the copy paper, and they weren't happy with that. So they tried to get us to force the county to open their bid, and it went through the judge, and the county attorney says on here, we won the battle. Maybe not before, but at least we got the school system is able to order their paper, and we've all moved on that. Just wanted to inform everybody about that.
All right.
And
Is there any discussion, questions about this?
When should this close out? When will we know final?
All the COVID-19's over.
Good enough for me?
You put that in its thing.
That's the answer I got, Commissioner Hogan, because I asked the same question.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Right.
I didn't know that, so thanks.
You have the business we needs to come before this committee?
On that particular situation there, I know the gentleman that bid on this thing, and he is upright, as well as the rest of the school board out there, and Dr. Causey too. They're not trying to mislead anybody there. We're just trying to give us a good deal over the situation. And I understand American Paper and Twine because their bid was not open. I understand the situation. That's the reason we have laws.
Yeah.
But it's not a reflection upon our school structure, the board, or the Board of Education.
No, not at all.
Nor the county.
Nor the county,
It's-
right.
It was just a finding by the state comptroller, and that's what it is.
I abide by the comptroller's rules.
Dr. Causey,
Yes, sir.
did you learn anything from the governor?
The governor wants us to go back to school. That was made very clear.
That's about what I learned, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but they are providing some things that I actually got a heads up thanks to EMA and Amanda Porter. all teachers, they're going to provide a back to school kit that gives them a year's worth of face mask and wipes and everything that we were already providing for them. So we're going to have some of the stuff coming out of our ears, and that's an okay thing. That is not a bad thing. We're going to have lots of things, and we'll still work through our plan and still work through our numbers. And I think we've got a pretty good plan moving forward with the virtual option. But no, the governor wants us to go back to school. So that was kind of exciting. I thought he was going to do any kind of blanket or force us to go in one direction or another. But we're excited because that kind of lined up with what we're trying to do anyway.
All right, prayers out for y'all.
Hey, Dr. Causey,
Yes, sir.
how's your numbers looking on the percentages of in-school, on school grounds, and those of virtual? How's that
Well,
going?
We're at 25% virtual right now, but we've registered about 90,000, listen to me, 9,000 kids. So right now we're reaching out at the school level to see why you didn't register, what your capability at home is. Because if you can do virtual and you just haven't paid attention to us for 2 weeks, you're probably going to end up going virtual. However, if you can't, then we're still going to have the in-school. So we started daily meetings today looking at numbers, picking out teachers at all three elementary, middle, high school, and to see how we can make sure that we don't have not enough virtual so that it actually overpopulates our other classes as well. So the thing is, how many kids can we put in a room? About 20, and still distance ourselves. So that's what we're shooting for, Commissioner.
Well, I know y'all have been doing and working hard on this situation. I applaud your efforts. We need to be back in school, as you know, and y'all got your work cut out for you, but I'm glad y'all are working on it, and I appreciate it.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you. I have two other items, just as an FYI, to inform everybody. And I'll let Dr. Causey know. Now you guys take a quick look at this.
You're not leaving, are you? Oh, man, I hate these FYI things.
No, it's just where we've got the state auditors here and got the school system and Martin Covey helping us out and working through this. It was something where we thought we were on track with doing everything correct as always. And evidently there was sales tax that we thought could be taken from the subcontractor, from the prime contractors on the Coopertown Elementary School. And we have learned that we're not able to do that. So we're all on track to where the school system and Martin Covey are going to take care of the prime contractors billing us for the sales tax, and then they'll prove that they ended up paying the sales tax. So this was something where it could have been a finding, and thanks to the school system and Martin Covey, it does not look like it will be at this point in time. So thank you all for taking care of that.
Great work.
Yes.
Thank you, Miss Jody. Like I said, I'm glad we caught it early enough in the process to where we're only talking about paying back a few $1,000s instead of $100,000.
Yes, it's going to be a lot simpler, and thanks to you all for getting Martin Covey to help us get this situation squared away. Appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, want to give the committee an FYI about a bid that we had this morning. Without getting too dramatic and getting too much into a lot about this, I'll just tell you the situation that's going on. The county bid the animal control facility this morning. It opened up this morning at 10. Should have been some real positive things on here because we had 9 bidders. But unfortunately, the bidders actually felt like that it wasn't done fairly, something to the fact that they said the general consensus was that the bid was not properly clarified, they feel like, by the engineer. So without getting into a whole lot, I think there's a building and grounds meeting on Monday, and the county engineer Trey says he's going to probably recommend to not accept this bid, but we're still not 100% sure. I've got a call into the county attorney, and myself and the county mayor and Trey will have to talk to the county attorney to get clarified advice. Trey was not feeling comfortable because even the low bidder expressed that there was not proper communication with the engineer on this. So we're still really not sure what to do. It was the biggest chaotic fiasco I have ever been involved in a bid in my 28 years of working here. They felt like it was a group of kids and they were feeding off each other, and the mayor was here, Trey was here, and it was an unpleasant experience. So just want to make sure the finance committee knows that, because I've never experienced anything like this before.
Was it at fault of our county engineer or the engineer that we hired for the project
The
earlier?
project engineer.
Okay.
That's what, I don't want to blame anybody, but that's what it seemed like. The people who bid, they felt like there wasn't really,
They had, a lot of them had called him for questions. He would not return their calls, but he did return like a couple of them's calls, and ones that didn't get their questions answered, said that's strictly against the law.
and we
Felt like
don't
they got
know.
special treatment, the two companies, and even the lady that got the low bid, she said, what happened's not right. So, hey, I've got a feeling we're gonna throw all the bids away and start over, and we're gonna let Trey handle it.
But we're going to make sure we do it according to the law, because I had to tell them several times when they felt like it was unfair. I said, I will assure you, we will do this according to the letter of the law, and the county attorney will be involved in it. And
It got ugly.
And even a second time, I assured them of that again and said I may even need to contact our CTAS representative. So, but it worked out okay, and we're moving on. Just wanted to give you a heads up on that, because that was a really unpleasant bid.
Okay.
That's all I got.
All right. Anything else? All right, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All right, this meeting is adjourned at 4:52.